Hey, what up, guys? Coming to you this morning with the Deontay Wilder-Luis Ortiz aftermath. That fight just took place. It was a super fight in boxing. It was a rematch for the WBC heavyweight title. Say this at the beginning, I'll say this at the end. I'm not going to be doing a video tomorrow, day before Thanksgiving right now. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you guys have a safe and great holiday. Okay, so let's get into this fight. Just my thoughts on it and how it impacted the division, how it impacts boxing. Excuse me. So, if you guys didn't see the fight, it was pretty entertaining. First fight went, it went very similar to the first fight in terms of Luis Ortiz was winning most of the rounds. He was dictating the pace. He was outboxing Wilder. Wilder was timing and telegraphing, landing, a big shot. Wilder didn't land that big shot that he wanted to as quick as he did the first time. He landed it in the 5th round, but he ended up hitting him in the 7th with a lights-out shot right down the middle. Ortiz tried to defend it. Ortiz was really on point. I got to hand him. He was boxing well. He wasn't getting hit with very many shots at all. But then Wilder landed that big shot, and that was it. He went down. He was hurt. He got up. I don't want to hear this shit out of his camp about a fast count or any kind of bullshit like that. No, he was out. He got up right at 10, right around 9 or 10, and there was just no way he was ready to continue. He was going to get blasted again, and if he didn't get knocked out then, he would have been knocked out later. So he was done. Good call by the ref and a great knockout by Deontay Wilder. Got to hand it to him. Still the WBC champion. He's been champion since January of 2015, I'm sorry. And he's made, I think, 11 title defenses. 10 of them he's won. I think it's 11. I want to say that. So, yeah, just a great win. What does this do for each guy? For Wilder, what kind of, this... in my opinion, this makes Wilder the top dog at 200 at heavyweight. Just destroying Ortiz, leaving no doubt in this fight about the first fight. Because the first fight, there was a lot of naysayers. A lot of people were saying, oh, well, this happened or that happened. He was almost out in the 7th round. Ortiz, his stamina... If his stamina was there, well, he got a strength and conditioning coach. He came in better shape. And still, Wilder is just, his power is just insane. And all it takes is one. I said this the other day on my weekend recap that, that this guy amazes me that he doesn't really need to rely on his skill. It's purely just landing 1 or 2 big shots, and that's it. That's going to be it for the whole fight. And I think Wilder can beat anybody. I still felt he lost the Tyson Fury fight last year, but the way he bounced back and the way Fury bounced back this year was just night and day. I thought he faced the better opposition. Fury fought nobodies and stayed busy. Now these two get to determine who the best heavyweight in the world is on February 22nd. That fight's pretty much locked in stone. It's set. And Wilder just, like I said, he pretty much made himself the top guy in the heavyweight division with this win. I think it's pretty clear now. I'm handing him the #1 spot, and, he earned it. That was a great knockout over Ortiz. What does this do for Ortiz now? Well, you know what? It's funny. He got knocked out, yes. Not surprisingly, though, right? Okay, nobody's really surprised, but I still think Ortiz is going to be a boogeyman in this division. Yes, he's an older fighter. He's hittable. But I don't see a lot of guys signing up to fight Ortiz, because he was outboxing Wilder. He was landing big shots, and I don't know. I don't know if he's going to get the attention that he wants. He came out and said, hey, if you guys think I'm old, come fight me then. Get in the ring. Ortiz wants to keep fighting, and I'm glad that he wants to keep fighting because he's very good. He just ran into a guy that he can't avoid his power for 12 rounds. That's Ortiz. He's good. He's good enough to outbox Wilder until Wilder hits him with a punch that's going to hurt him, and that's it. Look at Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's a fantastic mover and boxer, and he's younger, a lot younger than Ortiz, and he could barely stay away from Wilder for 12 rounds. You know, I mean, he got knocked down twice, almost got laid out in that 12th round. So, you know, Ortiz, nothing to hang his head about. Wilder just has amazing power. He's so big and he's so long that once he lands that punch, it's almost, you know, it's almost it's unavoidable to get out of the way of that big punch. So, you know, you got to hand it to Wilder, but you also got to hand it to Ortiz. But is he going to be the boogeyman still? Is he going to be avoided in this division still? I have to lean towards the fact that I think he will be. But damn, I hope he's not. I hope he gets opportunities in 2020. He's not young. He's 40, you know, so the next time he gets in the ring, he's probably going to be 41. So the guy needs to get opportunities, and he should, you know, because he's a very good fighter. So I hope he does. But you know what? What's this one do for boxing? I mean, Deontay Wilder is bringing in a lot of people now. He really is. His power is insane, and he's entertaining to watch because of that power. Because that power is so blitzing in one shot. I mean, it's not like Tyson. Tyson used to bull rush you early, and you know, if you could go late, you might be able to take it to 12. And it was easier to hit Tyson though, because Tyson was smaller. You know. I mean, God, this guy is so big, it's hard to hit him. It's hard to get a pure, clean shot without getting something in return. And he's so long that, you know, he can land something huge. So, yeah, it's just a different dynamic with Wilder. And his punching power is just off the chain. And it's great for boxing, though. We need an American champion, and we need a guy with blitzing power. And that's what Wilder has. And I think it's very good for boxing. That Wilder won. I think it is. I mean, it sets up the rematch with Fury, and it you know, sets up bigger fights, and he's still undefeated. People like seeing undefeated fighters get in the ring. He's not a Mayweather guy. He's humble when he needs to be, but he kind of is obnoxious at times with his shit talking, especially with that stupid bomb squad thing he screams out. That is the most annoying thing I've ever heard. But you know, he's still a very, very good fighter. He deserves all the credit in the world for this win, and for propelling himself. And Luis Ortiz, I mean, the guy deserves a lot of credit for how good he is, how much power he has, and I really hope he doesn't get you know, left in the cold with you know, with this performance, because he got knocked out. I mean, he got hit by the hardest puncher maybe in the history of boxing, and he withstood that for a lot of rounds before getting caught. And you know, he's both guys very good fighters. That fight did a lot for the heavyweight division and for boxing, in my opinion, because rematches are always watched by a lot of people. So, big time fight. You know, we'll see what happens next. Again, hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.